Right, can you guys hear that? Fucking hell, why isn't this making any noise? Oh, there you go. Hey, right, we got sound. This software's just been a nightmare. Hopefully that's alright and the game's not very loud. So who we got? Hello, Adam Amelia Old School. Hello, Raz, how you doing? We got Sean, how you doing, mate? Steve, how you guys all doing? We got Rob, Essex Retro Gamer. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks, guys, for popping by. We're going to be playing Advance Wars 2, which is the greatest Game Boy Advance game ever. And I'm not going to put headphones on because I don't need to listen to the game. I don't know. Have people played this game before? It's like a turn-based strategy game. Super fun. So I'm just going to pick a random level. And what I'll do is, I mean, you can say in the chat, like, certainly maybe for the first game, do you want me to like explain what I'm doing and kind of explain the game? Let's do this one. So I'm going to pick Colin. You've got these different COs. They've all got different powers. So Colin, all his powers revolve around money, basically. So I'm just going to do standard settings on the game. No fog or weather or any bollocks. Just standard money, which means that's the funds that you get per turn. So every turn I'll get 1,000 you know, currency per base that I own. And I'm going to turn the visuals off. So I know who was asking in the chat whether I'm going to get the Switch version. Was it Raz? I don't know whether I'm going to get the Switch version because I like playing this version, but I will get the Switch version if they add like online stuff, like if you can create your own maps, because on this you can create maps, and if they let people share them online so you can create maps and share them, I reckon I'll definitely get the Switch version. But if it's just exactly the same, I don't know about that. We'll see. I'll probably end up getting it. It is one of my all-time favourite games, so you know. So yeah, at least one person saying they want me to explain it. So the first match I'll explain, and then from there, if anyone's still around, I'll just crack on. So I'm turning the visuals off. So the visuals are, if you've seen the trailer for the Switch one, every time you or the enemy take a turn, it enters into this little animation where you know the two units are fighting. But after a few minutes, it gets terribly repetitive and boring, and it just drags it out. It makes the game like really, really long, needlessly. So I always turn that off. So it's my turn first. So we got a little map, so we can have a look around. So you can see all these red, like bases here are all mine, and then we've got neutral bases in the middle, which can be captured, and then we've got the enemy on the blue base over here. So what we've got is, you've got three types of factories. You've got these, which are just factories where you can build ground stuff like infantry and tanks and stuff. You've got ports where you can build boats, and then you've got an airport where you can build planes. So I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can see there I've got 9,000. If you look at the top right, I've got 9,000 to spend, and that's because I get 1,000 per base, and I've got 9. So the more of these neutral bases in the middle, or the enemy bases that I capture, the more money I'm going to get every turn. So I can spend more money on those sweet you know, new units. And then basically we're going to build some units, and I'll say why I'm building them, and then we'll eventually start scrapping the enemy. So Sai is here. Hello mate, how you doing? Scott Sega Saturn lad, you right? How you doing guys? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some if we have a look in here, we've got infantry, and mechs are the two like you know, ground troops, and they can do the capturing. And then you can see we've got tanks and stuff. We've got APCs, which is like a people carrier, so you can put one of your men in there and use it to carry them. And then we've got like range stuff like artillery and rockets. We've got anti-aircraft, and we've got missiles, which are also anti-aircraft. Boat-wise, we've got like a battleship and some stuff that I won't be really using these much in this one. We've got lander, which can carry 2 units to sort of transport it somewhere else. And then here we've got fighters. So that's fighters can only take on other aircraft. So you can see there on the right hand side it says the movement. So this unit can move 9 spaces. Its missiles can take on helicopters and planes, so it can only attack planes. Whereas if I go down to the bomber can attack any infantry or vehicles or any ship or submarine. Submarines can only be attacked if they're not submerged, but we'll get to that in another level probably. Helicopters are just like a shorter range attack thing, and then you've got transport copter, which is to transport infantry. And I'm going to build a transport copter because what I want to do is I want to get over here and start capturing this area as quickly as possible before the enemy can get there, because they're going to start advancing. They're going to basically go here, they're going to advance to this area, and I won't be able to get to this area before them, so that's a write-off. And then they're going to come down here, down this land bridge here, and they're going to come to this area. So the sooner I can sort of secure this area in the middle, the better. Scott saying it looks too complicated. It's not. It looks complicated, but it really isn't. Once you get to grips with it. So I'm going to build some infantry here and just the one transport copter. When you're finished, you just go to end. And that's the end of your turn. And then the enemy will now take their turn. Very quick turn there. So like the turns will start like getting longer and longer as we go. So which is quite nice because it means that I can start you know, just like reverting to have a look at the chat periodically. So I'm going to build another transport copter there. It'd be interesting to see how many people actually watch this, because back when I was streaming on the main channel, I was getting actually quite decent, you know, sort of 400 or 500 views on a live stream. I very much doubt I'll get anywhere near that on this one. What we're going to do, I'm going to build an APC, because these APCs, not only do they transport the little infantry, but they can also refuel your units. So once I start building planes and stuff like that, they can start refueling those. And actually, I should have dropped him off there, but I forgot. But I'm going to send him up here, and he can capture this one up here. Yeah, like Doc Volticon is saying, at least with Colin you got a discount for cheaper units, but yeah, Cambay, Jesus Christ. So basically, like I said, all his powers revolve around money, so he gets 20% off all units. But you've got 2 superpowers. So if I go back, so you see at the top right where it says my money, you've got 2 stars and then you've got 4 stars. So each CO has a different number of stars for their like powers. So they've got 2 powers. So once he gets 2 stars, he'll have his first power, and then when he gets a full 6 stars, he'll be able to do his other power. And the first 2-star power multiplies your money by 1.5, so you get an extra 50% money, which is absolutely huge. So you can keep doing that several times. Because it's only 2 stars, it fills up quite quickly. And then when you get to 6 stars, eventually, once you're ready to do that, it converts all your money that you have into power. So like, you know, if you've got a substantial amount of cash, it multiplies your output damage by like a shitload. So it's like really good. I always liked Colin. He's the best. So if I look at, you know, if I want to go build something, you see the infantry there is 800. So any other CO, that would cost them 1,000. So you get quite a substantial discount. What am I going to do? I'm going to send this back over here. And yeah, that'll do for now. Actually, no, let's build. We're going to build a Neo tank. So Neo tank is like the best tank in the game. So I always try to build Neo tanks if I can. You know, money allowing. I'll probably build some anti-aircraft as well, because no doubt they will start sending aircraft of some sort over this way very shortly. So I'm going to capture my base. So each base takes 2 turns to capture. So that's assuming that your dude is at full health. So each of your units has a health of 1 to 10. So if they're at full health, they'll capture in 1 turn. But if they're at, say, 5 health, it would take them 4 turns to capture, if that makes sense. Right, let's wait there and send this over there. I think we're in pretty good shape. I want to start avoiding spending money where I don't need to, because once you start saving up money, you've got more money for you know, when you want to use that 1.5 times multiplier, and then cha-ching, you know, you've got some serious bank. Let's pop him here, and we're going to send that APC back, and we'll get another infantry going on from up here, so we can go back and pick him up. So I'm going to drop this guy here. He's going to capture those. We need to go down and capture these 2 at some point, although we might get a little bit of pushback from some aircraft from the enemy here. He's got a little boat on the go, so you see he's got a lander. I don't really know what he's planning to do with that. Maybe he's planning to come down here and land it on the beach and storm the beach that way. But yeah, progressing slowly. Right, so let's just keep pushing on. Send this. So we're going to send that Neo tank up here. We're going to create like a blockade. But what they'll probably do is they'll send some tanks and shit like this in. But they'll probably start sending stuff like missile launchers in there, so that they've got some like range coming through. So I'm going to have to try and counteract that. Hopefully we'll be able, by then we'll be able to counteract it with some aircraft. Okay, and let's send this guy up here. Capture here, and then we can finish capturing that, and he can escape from there next turn, maybe come down here. Do I want to build anything else? Yeah, let's just build one more Neo tank there. Hi Rob, hi Jim, how you doing guys? All right. And I don't know if you guys have played this game before, but just for this first game, I'm kind of explaining everything I'm doing. So let's send this. Like I said, I'm going to send that up there to create like a blockade, so that anything can't get through. Send that anti-aircraft there, just in case any aircraft come down. So the reason I'm positioning the APC there is because obviously these infantry can move 3 turns per go. So on the next go, 1, 2, 3, he's in there, and then I can send it off down here. Capture there. And then we'll send this other Neo tank down. We've done the capture there, and now this guy can start working his way. Let's just check. So if you want to know the range, you can just hold down B on any of the enemy vehicles. So that will show that the enemy can attack any of those red squares. So as long as I'm outside those red squares, it's all good, you know. So for example there, that anti-aircraft can move within those squares. So I know if I move this down here, it's pretty safe. Nothing can get to it. Yeah, I think that's all good. And do you know what? Because I want to send one of these helicopters, these carriers, down here. And I know that this chopper is going to interfere. So what I'm going to do is just preemptively, I'm going to build a fighter. And the fighter will absolutely rinse a chopper. It will take at least 9 out of 10 of its health off in one shot. So I will, I'll send my fighter down here to sort of hover around here. Just before that helicopter gets in the way. Well, have a good one at work, Rob. Thanks for dropping in. And Jim loves Advanced Wars. Yeah, I think it's this. I mean, this is my favourite Game Boy Advance game. It's, you know, without a doubt. There's absolutely no contest. I also love. Shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, I think I'm just all right. Let's put him there just to sort of say keep back. But yeah, I love Astro Boy, Omega Factor, or whatever it's called. But yeah, I mean, there's not much on the Game Boy Advance that comes anywhere near this game for me personally. Keep pressing on with these. We're looking in pretty good shape. We have not that attack I just did. And I didn't even show you the attack because I got a bit ahead of myself. But that was the first attack we've actually done in the game. But next time I'll kind of slow it down a bit and I'll show you. I think that's the end of my turn. There we go. So enemy's going to take its turn. What's it going to do? Probably not much. Okay. So he's landed his little guy down here. So he can start messing with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my Neo tank up here. We've got to start watching this because these rockets have a really long range. So they can fire. Now this CO actually, he's got powers where all his ground tanks and everything are really strong and powerful. And they've got increased movement range and stuff. So his rockets are actually pretty shite. So normally the rockets would, you see there's 2 blank spaces. And then he can fire on any of these 2 spaces. Now normally on the COs that would be 3, so the range would go to there. But either way at the moment, you know, I'm not in range. So I'm going to attack, so I choose fire on the tank and it will tell me damage is going to be roughly 94%. And what I kind of find about 94% is it'll be 9 or 10 damage. So I could completely destroy that tank in one hit, or it could end up having 1 health. And there you go. It's got 1 health left. I'm also going to attack this, and that's going to take 65%. And then we're going to start doing some capturing, and I might as well try and finish him off. Yeah, there we go. And keep moving this up here. Capture there. And then again, I can attack. It's got 90%, like I said. It's always pretty much 90% on a fighter on a chopper. So that chopper will most likely retreat. I mean, he could attack one of these, but it'll do very little damage anyway, so it's all good. You can see at the top now, one of my little stars at the top right is flashing, so that meter is building up because I'm doing attacks. So every time you attack or you get attacked, that meter starts filling up. So I'm going to slow down my spending now. I've got a decent bit of cash. I've got a decent number of units, bases. And I think you can go to Intel and you can go to status, and it shows me that I've got 19 bases, and he's got 14. So I'm getting 19,000 per turn. So the longer I put off spending until I've got that 2 stars, then the more I'm going to get when I do the multiplier. So hopefully next turn we'll be able to fill that meter. Maybe the turn after. Sean saying, did I like Wargroove? I played Wargroove a bit. I still have it. And I bought it and I played it for quite a while. And then I just got the itch to play Advance Wars. And I went back to playing Advance Wars 2 on the Game Boy Advance. So it didn't quite do it for me, but it's very good. It just didn't quite have the same magic for me, if that makes sense. Which is a shame, because I really wanted to love it. Okay. What we got going on? So he's retreated, but I might as well go and kill him because there's nothing can get me down there at the moment. No, we got the bit of danger here. So those rockets can now, you know, they can do some serious damage. So I'm just going to retreat for now, and we will. It's a tricky one. We better actually. We better build something. Yeah, let's build one bomber because I'm gonna have to attack that area a bit more before I can sort of push through. I don't want to leave myself exposed to those rocket launchers. So yeah, this anti-aircraft is working its way down, so that will absolutely rinse my fighter if I leave my fighter there. So we're just going to retreat off to here, carry on capturing down here. And then we will go and pick that guy up in a minute. Okay, well he's retreated with his rockets, which is really weird. Like, why do that? Seems like a very odd strategy. Because now I can just, yeah, I can keep pushing through there. We've got to be careful of this anti-aircraft missiles because they will shoot my bomber. Send the bomber up there. That'll do, yeah. So once I do the multiplier, you know, to get the extra cash, I'll spend a ton of money on. Oh, he's doing his superpower. I think that's his first one, so it just gives him a bit more ground power and range. So I think his stuff like tank. See that tank? That's a medium tank, so it's a lot weaker than my Neo tank. But because he did his superpower, it's taken off a load of energy off me. So I'm going to do my power. So when the time comes, I do my duty. Now that's just going to be giving me 1.5 times my money. So now I'll have a load of money. There you go, 120 grand. I'm rich. So we can go crazy on units now. What I'll do is I'm going to send my bomber there because the tank can't really return fire on the bomber, and then I'll just finish him off there, and we'll just sit there for a minute. And now I'm going to you know, spend some money. So let's do another Neo tank, another bomber. Must remember to keep capturing these. We're alright for incoming planes, nothing really happening. We'll do another bomber up here. Let's just go crazy on bombers. Yeah, that'll do. It's a bit annoying really, like until you capture this area here, this base here, you don't really have anywhere near that you can build you know, stuff like tanks, it's all the way back here. That's the nearest one. It just takes a little while to get them into the action. So I kind of, at this stage, prefer to build bombers just because they're right here. Yeah, that'll do. Steve, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okie doke. So we're going to finish capturing that. Leave that there for the minute. So we've got to be careful because of this thing here. It's quite dangerous. So let's just keep pushing forward. Oh shit, I'm in... See, I've been a twat there. I'm now in range of the rockets, so now I'm going to take some damage. Completely messed that up. Whoops! It happens. You know, you just rush things and you forget. I even checked the range of that before I did it, which is stupid. Yeah, that'll do, that'll do. Again, I'm sort of pushing towards that multiplier, so. Oh, you're in bed with COVID. That sucks, man. I hope you get better soon. The way you gallivant about, I'm not surprised, though. Oh, dear. He probably got it off someone who was, you know, buying an Amiga bundle off. No, it sucks, Steve. Jokes aside, hope you're all good and the family's good and everything. Right. Right, what are we doing here? Let's start. Let's start attacking this. Not too pleased by the fact that that rocket is going to, you know, because it's on a base. You see, it's on a base there. If your unit is on a base, it will heal 2 per turn. So next turn, that's going to have 6. So it's probably going to do another fair bit of damage to my Neo tank there, which I'm not too happy about. But right, we're going to do the power again. So I should have about 157,000. Your youngest brother brought it home. Oh, your youngest. Oh, geez, that sucks, dude. That's why I love not having kids. Right. Let's start thinking about this, because we're going to, once we've depleted a lot of these units here, we're going to want to start capturing stuff. I should have actually built a, I should have really built a fighter, because we're going to need a fighter up there. The fighter down here is kind of out the way. So we can see there, you see the little flashing thing there, meaning that my unit is low on fuel. So I can send the APC there and I can choose supply, and that will refuel any adjacent units. And now that needs fuel, but I can refuel it by just leaving it on a base. So when you leave it on a base, it will heal 2 per turn. It'll also refuel. But if you want to refuel the plane, you can use the APC, or you'd have to leave it on an airport for a turn. Now that's my anti-aircraft gone, which is unfortunate. But thankfully, the enemy stupidly sent their helicopter down here. So there you go. Very foolish. Right, we're going to send that back because that's going to have to do some healing. And you see, I'm going, you know, my bloody tanks are taking an absolute battering here. I haven't lost any tanks though, which is nice. Now, what we got? So I can definitely come down there without being at risk. Oh, and that can come all the way down there, and we'll take that out. Oh, it's nearly taken out. And then let's take out this mega tank, because that's, you know, a bit of a dog, that mega tank. There we go. Move that forward a little bit. And yeah, let's build another fighter there. And that should do for now. Now I'm going to get hurt. Doubt it. Very much doubt it. That's the one thing with the enemies, like, so the enemies will just use their power whenever. So like when the enemy's just got 3 stars, or you know, how many stars it takes, he'll just use the power. So you see there, he used his power, but he did fuck all. He didn't attack me once because his tanks can't attack my bombers, and all my units are bombers there. You know, he can't get to any of my other units, so it was a complete waste of time. Like, if that was a human player, there's no way they would have, you know, used their power at that point. So it always kind of pays to look at how many stars and how full the enemy bar is, because you know that, you know roughly when they're going to use it. Especially if it's completely full. So if they get like a completely full bar, they will 100% always use it straight away. Right, that's a bit of an issue. I'm going to have to send a bomber down there because he's going to start capturing my bases down there otherwise. I'm also going to have to start worrying about fueling my fighter. We've got another 2 stars, so we can get some more cash going on. Right, let's finish that off. Send this tank down here. What are we going to do? Do you know what? I might not use the multiplier because we're getting to a stage where... Well, no, maybe I'll use it once more. Let's just do it once more. Like, once I've secured this little area here, it's pretty much game over for him. So, you know, it won't be long now. So that's probably the last time I'll do the multiplier, and then next time I'll try and use the power where it converts the money into strength. Or, you know, attack power. Right. Right, we need to address this because that will really do damage to my bombers, so we want to get rid of that first. Let's do this guy. Lovely. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a guy there so he can capture, and then what we're going to do is we're going to insulate him so that nothing can attack him. We don't want, while he's capturing, we don't want any units coming up and attacking him because, you know, they'll do damage and he won't be able to capture the base. So Yeah, we're looking pretty good there. We're definitely going to capture that base in 2 turns, and then the rest of it will just be sort of a clean-up job. How many turns has he got? 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He uses 6 turns, 6 fuel per turn, does he? Oh no, he doesn't. Use 5 fuel per turn. So I'm going to have 1 fuel left next turn, which is great because I thought he might die, but using this APC I can refuel him. But then that APC's fucked basically. So I probably need another APC. Let's build another one. I should have built another one earlier actually to come down. It's always good to have 2 on the go because then they can kind of refuel each other. And you know, restock the ammo of your stuff. Right. He's not doing much now, is he? Pretty crippled. So let's start capturing there. Oh my god, I can't get there. Oh yeah, I can. Oh, that was close. That was so close. Easily could have lost that unit. Let's start sending everything up here. Now I want to watch this, so I do still want to keep this little guy insulated between some stuff, because otherwise that that helicopter will come and whack him, and he won't be full health. I won't be able to capture in 2 turns, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. Let's put that there. That needs some fuel, so we're going to just pop him on there. And then, there we go. We've got a unit each side, north, south, east to west of that. So that he can capture in peace. And get that APC moving down. That's it. Lovely jubbly. So how's everyone been in the heat? It's been absolutely swelteringly hot, man. Jesus Christ. Horrific. Been really suffering. Alright, let's put the other fighter on there so that he can't build anymore. So we're pretty good here. Capture that base. And then we'll start moving all these infantry down so they can start capturing stuff. So this area is totally secure now. There's no way anything's getting through here. We can just start hammering away at them. And keep him moving over. Lovely jubbly. It's going to be all over very, very soon. So he's nearly full there. So I reckon next turn he'll do his superpower thing. But I mean, it's not going to do anything. He's totally in a bad way now. We can block that off so he can't build on there. Actually, probably could have just built an APC there, couldn't I? I don't think this unit uses any fuel per turn. Yeah, I don't think it uses any fuel per turn, so I can just leave it there for the minute. That plane's going to need some fuel at some point. Couple of turns maximum and he's done. So yeah, he'll probably use his power now. See? Waste of time. Utter waste of time. Have I heard of Advanced War by Web? No, never heard of that. That's cool. I would love a new game in the series. You know, a proper new game. New maps and everything. You know, it's nice that they're re-releasing the old ones, but I'd like a new game. The DS ones were okay. I kind of just, you know what it is. I don't like change, and you know, I want it to stay the same way as it was on the Advance Wars 2. But you know, how often does that happen? It's just a shame. You know, I'd love just an Advance Wars 2 with new maps and stuff. Or like I said, you know, the ability to create and share maps online. That bomber is out of ammo. He's a goner now. Next turn, he's dead. I'm not even going to get to show you the you know, the power of the money thing. Probably overkilled this. I mean, look at the state of that. There we go. Victory. So there you go. That's the gist. I probably won't explain the next one as much. Right, so we'll go to like a 3 or 4 player map, maybe a 3-player map. Something that's like a bit bigger and a bit more involved. That looks interesting. Yeah, let's do that one. Crop River. Alright. So, yeah, we'll do these guys. And we'll leave it as vanilla as again, just for what funds of 1,000. You can put it up, but I kind of feel like it's a bit cheating a little bit. Because my guy is just like rinsing the cash, so. Okie dokie. What we got? We got a load of buildings. Have we got anything I can actually? Oh, okay. I want to kind of secure this area here because there's a factory here and there's a airport here. Don't know if I'll be able to get to these down here in time, but maybe we'll have a go. So let's build. There we go. So now we've got to wait for 3 people to have their turn, because obviously it's 4 players. So that can take quite a while when you get you know, to the later moves when there's quite a lot of stuff going on. It can take quite a while for the 3 opponents to have their go. Right. We'll start sending that down there. And then we'll do another one that we'll start sending over this way to the right. I find it's always worth building like quite a few infantry to start with, especially as Colin, because you know, they cost 800 each, and I'm going to get 1,000 per turn for each base I capture, so I might as well just build a shit ton of them. Alright Raz, cheers man. Oh, right, so let's get that going over that way. This one wants to keep going. Where are we going? Down there. Start capturing what I can. Now what's going on down here? They're not doing much, are they? They're not doing much either. And he's built a tank, so that tank will probably start advancing down, which could be an issue. Hopefully he'll head downwards to take on that tank, and blue and yellow will kind of get distracted, sort of having a little scrap. That would be the ideal scenario. Going down. Maybe I'll just try and capture this airport first, because otherwise that tank could come over. If I try and capture this, the tank could start causing issues. Let's just keep these guys moving. Rough Fusion, how you doing, man? Just playing a bit of Advanced Wars 2. What a game! This is the second game. I did play one game first, where I was kind of explaining the ins and outs of it. So yeah, I think I'm going to avoid building too many units at the moment. I'm just going to work on capturing. So he did send that tank down, so he's obviously more concerned with what yellow team is doing, which is good. It's a nice distraction for me. So I might be able to capture this factory here, which is really good. If I get lucky. I might be just too late. Right. So we captured that. That's really, really good. We've got quite a decent few bases now. We probably want to start at least getting, you know, some tanks and stuff heading down here, because they're going to start advancing up here in a bit and causing some issues. I should be able to secure this area fairly nicely by the time blue starts encroaching. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. How good does this Game Boy operator look? I mean, like, you know, it's basically emulation, isn't it? It's just like a dock thing. So, can you see that? It's like, you know, just the Game Boy Advance cartridge in the little dock, and yeah, it looks amazing. Like, it looks exactly the same as it does on the Game Boy Advance. Really impressive. I think I'm going to start move. I think capturing any of these is going to start being difficult, because yeah, that green team is going to be on me in seconds. Now what's he doing? Not a lot, not a lot. So what are we going to build? Oh, nearly forgot about this guy. That would have been bad. So, yeah, he is actually going to capture that factory. I don't know whether I'll be able to hold it. Might be difficult holding it. But let's build a fighter, because I think, you know, that chopper might head over this way, possibly. Oh, it's so hot in here, man. I've got all the windows open. It's just roasting. Which makes it very difficult to do anything. Sleeping at night's been horrific. Yeah, come on, yellow and blue, you just distract each other. I'm happy with that. Okay, so we got that factory. That's very, very, very good news. Start moving this guy down. One, two, three. Oh. He actually sent the chopper down there, so maybe I could do. Well, I could do with a tank here, but I can't build there yet. So maybe I'll just whack a bomber here, just for now. And let's get just a little normal tank going down there, just for some little bit of backup. Okie dokie. Right, let's get over there and stop him from capturing. Leave my fighter there just to, you know, see what's happening. Pop him up there. Tell you what we'll do, we'll build another infantry there just for a bit of capturing. Send him down there, hopefully working up to my power soon. So I'll probably try and avoid building just for the minute, so save my money. Be interesting to see what green does. If green's sort of going to advance north towards me or not. Hopefully not. Hopefully that helicopter will not come towards me and be more interested in... Yeah, great. More interested in green and blue. Thank God. Okay, let's try and capture this. Great. Pretty good at the moment, nothing really to worry about. Yeah, maybe I should build a tank here, just because if that advances any more, I'm not going to be able to build on there without getting shot, so maybe it's just my one shot to just build a decent tank, which is quite a large chunk of my money. It's like half my money, but never mind. You know, I've got a decent enough income per turn anyway. Oh jeez, I'm so hot. Right, yellow's going to use his power. I think that just gives him a little bit of extra attack power. Barbaric blow. I do like those animations. Like, yeah, I've turned the animations off for the individual little fights, you know, between the units, but I like the super, like, CO power animations. Oh dear. That's not good. Maybe I should have built a anti-aircraft thing. Which I will build now. So you see I've got those 2 stars there, so I can activate my first CO power, which gives me 1.5 times cash. And then I can, you know, build a few nice units. Where are we going to go here? We're all good. Okay, let's do my power. So I get 1.5 times money, should have about 52,000. Yeah, 52,000. Quick maths. Let's build an anti-aircraft there. We're going to build another Neo tank to head down, and we're going to build a Neo tank here. That should do for now. There we go. Looking good so far. And what I want to try and do is, I'm going to attack the blue base first. And you've got two ways you can defeat an enemy. So you can destroy every single unit of that colour, or you can capture the HQ. And I'll show you the HQ in a minute when it's my turn. But if you capture the HQ, all of the enemy bases automatically turn to your colour. So all those blue squares will turn to red. And there's, you know, about, what, 15 there. So I'll automatically be getting 15,000 extra cash every turn. Okay, green is using his power, and that's repair. So he can repair himself. So I think his first one repairs every unit 2 health. And then his big one, it does 5 health per unit. It was hardly really worth doing that anyway, because he only had a couple of damaged units. Right, let's get this guy moving down. Probably want to just actually hang back a bit and sort of get these repairing. So because they're on squares, they'll repair 2 per turn. What we got going on here? Might as well carry on these capturing. Get this tank moving up. That bomber's still out of range, so we'll leave him as is. Pop him up there. Capture that, and then we'll 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Yeah, that'll do. Actually, maybe I'll build an infantry there, and we can just for capturing those like neutral ones down there a little bit quicker. I forgot to show you the HQ, but it's the big tall building like in the middle of the, you know, each of the bases. There's like a big tall building. That's the HQ. So that's my game plan. Capture the blue HQ first. Hopefully I'll get my bonus money soon, because I'm going to need to start building some units to take on those greens, because green is advancing pretty rapid now. Right. Let's take on that tank. do as much damage as I possibly can just to get that, you know, the thingy increasing. I don't really want to advance with my planes at the moment because there's got anti-aircraft stuff here. I probably should build maybe another tank up here, just because it's getting a bit hairy. So what's everybody else's favourite Game Boy Advance games? Like, you know, obviously this is my favourite. I did mention Astro Boy as well. Love Astro Boy. Street Fighter Alpha 3 was pretty good on Game Boy Advance. What else have I got on Game Boy Advance? Final Fight 1, that's pretty decent. I did like that. Some of the Marios are alright, but there's a lot of like rehashes of old Marios on the Game Boy Advance, you know, like they always say Game Boy Advance is like a handheld SNES, don't they? Well, some people do anyway. Oh shit. So I'm sure they rehashed some SNES ones on there. Oh dear, he's a goner. Ooh. I know people like Metroid. There's a Metroid on Game Boy Advance. I don't think I've played that. I do have an EverDrive, so if anyone's got any suggestions for Game Boy Advance games, I'm very open to hearing them. Oh dear, look at this, it's busy around here. I've got my power now though, so I can start, I can, you know, increase my cash monies. Okay, what are we doing here? I'm going to need an APC just so I can do some refueling. Those two choppers need refueling up there. So let's build one of those there. They actually updated, they updated version of the original Metroid and Fusion. Any good? Never been a Metroid fan in general, you know. Right, I'm going to get some serious shiz going on down here because that's getting a bit hairy there. So I'm going to send 3 really powerful things down there. And what we're going to do, we're going to build another bomber here to attack. I really want to start pressing on and trying to capture this. So that's the HQ there, that's what I want to capture. We're looking alright, we're looking alright. Got absolutely no money left. Trying to think what else have I got on the Game Boy Advance over there. Can't remember. I'm sure I've got some like remake that's linked to the past. Gunstar Heroes and Double Dragon. Yeah, the Gunstar Heroes one is interesting, isn't it? That's a good call. don't know if I've played Double Dragon on Game Boy Advance. So cheers, I'll check that out. Is it just called Double Dragon? David, how you doing? Are you at work, David? And Dylan, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in, guys. Right, here we go. Let's start this assault. Oh, God. So I've just got to be careful not to wander into the range of this thing. So that's all good. Start this one moving over. Let's refill both of those. Happy days. And actually I can attack that chopper because, see, I'm not in the range. I'm too close to the missiles, so that fighter can sit there. Easy with those mega tanks you've got. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I love those Neo tanks, they're the best, man. Right, now, see, I've let it get a bit hectic down here because I was saving up my money, so now we can start sending in sending in the cavalry. Get another couple of Neo tanks going down there. And that bomber. The bomber's fine. The bomber's out of range. Look, nothing that can hurt that bomber. These tanks, at worst, they're going to get attacked by this medium tank. So it's all good. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, we're in spot of bother here. So I can't. Maybe I can retreat up there. So it should be okay. Should be okay. Should be okay. I might as well do my power now. There's a new one coming out soon. Yeah, what if you're talking about Advance Wars? Yeah, well, it's not new. It's just a rehash of the first two. So Advance Wars 1 and 2 on. Well, I suppose that's not the first two, is it? You know, the Advance Wars series is going to be a while. I hope it's good and not just a rehash. It is literally a rehash. It's the exact same games. There's going to be nothing different. Which is why I'm in two minds about whether I'll buy it. But the only thing it may have, I'm thinking, that's new is if they, I mean, I'd love it if they added new maps, but I don't reckon they will. But there is on this, there's a map sharing feature. Sorry, a map creation feature, so you can create your own maps. So if they made the Switch version so that everyone can create their own maps and then share them between each other, that would be great. You know, because that will instantly add like a load of content, and I would 100% buy that. And they'd be stupid not to do that, right? I mean, they're doing a remake on Switch. But, you know, lazy remake from the look of it. Like, it's got updated graphics, but the graphics look worse, in my opinion. I just like these graphics. You know, I don't know, it looks a bit shitty. Like, if you look at the remake of Link's Awakening, they just did such an amazing job updating the graphics. It still looks classy. Whereas I thought the Advance Wars one, the graphics are just a little bit ugly. But yeah, if they do map sharing and all that, that would be great. Dylan says, what are my thoughts on the DS games in the series? Yeah, my thoughts on the DS games are, like, they're pretty good. But they're not as good as this. Like, I just felt like... you know, like when you've got something that's perfect, so like this game for me is perfect, and then you start adding stuff because they just didn't want to do another game, so they started adding stuff, and the added stuff just made it worse, which is a shame. But I know why they added stuff. They didn't want to just rehash it. But like, you know, at the end of the day, I'll be happy with like a new game that didn't change any of the mechanics, but had sorry, man. But had you know, new levels and stuff, which is why I'm hoping they're going to add level creation and sharing to the Switch ones, because that's exactly what I want. The same game, just with more levels. If that makes sense. But just to clarify to regs, like, yeah, the sharing thing is cool, but that's just pure speculation. I don't know that they're doing that. They've not explicitly stated that they will be allowing the sharing of fan created maps, but you know, I'd put money on it being a thing. So we managed to push green back a little bit there. It was getting a little bit hairy at one point. Let's just finish this guy off. Am I in the range of the tank there? Oh shit, I am. I'll probably get a beating from that tank in a minute. Capture that base, happy days. So we just got to keep pressing on into this base, and I don't quite want to build any more units yet, because I'm probably next turn I'm going to be on my multiplier, so I'll just wait one more turn before I build anything else. But I'm going to need some more units up here in this corner if I want to take that HQ. Yeah, like Fire Emblem, I tried it. Like Dave says, yeah, some classics don't need touching. That's so true. Like they'll definitely have online multiplayer, right? In the Switch version of Advance Wars, that would be just a no-brainer. They'll have online multiplayer, and like if you guys are up for playing multiplayer online, I'll be all over that. But yeah, Fire Emblem, I tried it, and Champion Rob recommended one. Was it Awakening? I think it might have been Awakening. And I just couldn't get into it. I played it for a few hours and it just wasn't my cup of tea. And again, I just went back to playing Advance Wars on Game Boy Advance. Because this game, I normally play this game sort of once a year, but I'll play it like every night for 3 months, and I'll just play like one match every night for months. And there's just no other game that I do that with. Yeah, I lost that anti-aircraft. That was stupid. They should try harder to advance this series. Yeah, they should. Yeah, what was it? Day of Ruin, and what was the other one called? Can't remember. But the thing is, they bring out the DS ones, and a load of the maps were just all the maps from this. So there's like no, hardly any new maps. And that's what annoyed me. Like, yeah, the campaign was new. But for me, like when I play Advance Wars, I'm not really like that into the campaign. I like, doing what I'm doing here, just picking a random sort of mission and having a go at it. So having a new campaign, it doesn't really do it for me. What are we doing here? Right, we got anti-aircraft. They need dealing with sharpish. So, oh bloody hell! Oh, he's on his superpower, so that did loads of return damage to me, which is unfortunate. Right, let's get some more units coming. Dual strike, that's it. Thanks. Yeah. I own both of them still, but I just never find myself going back to them. You know? Oh, do you know what I need up here? I need a guy in an APC because I want to send a guy down here so he can start capturing these bases, because that area will be cleared out soon. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, hello. I'm going to bring him back here because he needs refueling, so we'll just give him a quick refuel. There we go. Yeah, David's saying I'd be happy with more levels. Same here. Like if they release this exact game just with a load more levels, or this exact game with like a level creator that you could share online. Because the thing about this Game Boy Advance version is you create your own levels, but you can only save 3 at a time, which is a real shame. But if they had, you know, presumably the Switch version, you can save infinite number of levels, and then you could have an online sharing thing, and people can rate them, and then, you know, you can go on and see what are the top rated fan created maps, and then you've essentially got an infinite amount of replay value, because there's an infinite amount of of levels that can be created. Or not literally infinite, but you know, as good as. So that's what I'm hoping for. What would be great as well is, which won't happen, is if they, like, you know, with when they do the remasters like Monkey Island and stuff, and they let you switch to the old graphics. Like if they did this Switch version and I could switch to the old graphics, oh, I'd be like a pig in shit. If I had like fan created maps online and I could just switch to the old good graphics. Oh yes. Give me that any day of the week. Big game. Al, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're surviving in the heat. I spoke to Russ last night for Desert Island Games, and he said he spoke to you and you guys are both dying from the heat. What am I doing here? I don't really want to I don't want to advance too much just yet. Let's send this guy back to do some healing. Right, come on, let's get rid of this bloody blue guy. Oh, got myself in a bit of a state here. At least, like, you know, when I attack like this, I can cover the bases as well, and it just prevents them from building any more units. Okie doke. Oh, we got this area down here. Don't forget that. Thanks, man. Thanks for the like. Yeah, I mean, now I'm streaming on this other channel. It's you know, it's not going to get much exposure, but it's just a bit of fun, really. What should we do? Should we build a... Let's build a bomber here. And then... Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. I've been really lazy on the other main channel because after I did that GoldenEye video, I've just been like total burnout. So I didn't do anything for like 2 months. So I've just been uploading like a backlog. So I think the only video I've actually like recorded in the last 2 months is that Game Boy operator video. But I've got like a load of stuff. I've got a little list of stuff I want to do. I want to do a room tour at some point because I've been meaning to do that for ages. But you know, like, because everything's constantly like moving in the room, there just seems like never a good time to do it. But I should just like buckle down and do it one weekend. An Amiga memories video. So I want to do a video of like my sort of nostalgic games from childhood. But I'm not going to script it or anything. I just figured that I'd just show the games and then just talk about the games, like my memories of the games, sort of off the cuff. There's a couple of other good videos there that I've been working on for a while that I'll get to eventually. And then I want to do a VR to Retrobait's top 10 PS1, which I'm hopefully going to do this tomorrow on Saturday. I thought that was quite an interesting one, and I know that my picks for my top 10 PS1 are going to be like wildly different to everybody else's, because like I looked at everybody else's, like a few people have done them, and when I do mine, I will link to everybody else's. So if people haven't seen them, they can go and check them out. But I find that people like what's it called, Metal Gear Solid. People love Resident Evil, stuff like that. But when I was playing PlayStation, generally I was playing sort of arcadey games and multiplayer games, because it was more sort of playing with mates. Because when I was at that age in the 90s, I was out every night, you know, drinking, hanging out with mates, and we were just playing the games that was fun to play together. So I never played Resident Evil or like Metal Gear Solid or any of that. Don't really like them now. And I did have Final Fantasy VII, and I played that for a good amount of time, but then I just got bored. I just didn't, you know, wasn't really my cup of tea. But hey ho. That is going to need fueling in a minute. Let's leave it there. I'm not going to build anything else just yet, because I reckon I can take that blue base with what I've got. So am I playing this on the GameCube or the Retron? Neither. I'm actually playing this on the GB operator. So I did a video on it if you want to have a look at it, but it's a little dock that plugs into your PC. You plug the cartridge in, and it basically it's just basically a dock, because it does run on emulation, like the software, the Epilogue operator software. You can see it at the top there. It says play, data, and photos. So you can like copy saves to and from the cartridges, and you can like download the games off the cartridges. So if you want to play them on emulation, you can download the game and download the cartridge and just play it on emulation. But I like using, although it's still emulation, I like using the original cart and everything. So it's just a nice easy way for me to play the Game Boy Advance games. GoldenEye must have taken a lot out of you. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, it's a funny thing because they take so long, sort of like, you know, maybe like 5 months in total, that I end up just like getting so engrossed in it and working on it that I wake up in the morning and like the first thing I think about is GoldenEye. You know what I mean? Which is not a great thing. Just becomes totally like takes over your entire life, and then like, you know, trying to organise the interviews and then obviously like planning it out and editing and all that shit. Yeah, it's a lot. But what great fun! Like, you know, if you told me back in the 90s that I'd get to interview like people like David Doak, you know, come on, absolute pleasure that was. And the same in the Monkey Island one, just sort of dream come true to speak to those guys. Right, we better fuel up that plane. In fact, I should probably send that plane back for repairs fairly soon. I think we're in a good enough position where we can probably start thinking about taking that base in a minute. Bloody heck, it's all happening down here, isn't it? Luckily I planned ahead and I built quite a few units down here, so there we go. Have some of that. You can't. Excuse my French. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape here. We've got a lot of money. We should be able to capture blue in the next few turns. That's the problem, like every time when you get to this stage and you're like right on top of an enemy base, every turn they'll just build a load of those mechs because they're cheap, but then you have to get them out of the way and it's just a pain in the arse. But yeah, holding off on other big projects like that for the moment. I've got like a sensible software one where I interviewed John Hare like months and months and months ago. Like ages ago. And Stu Cambridge agreed to do an interview, but he's been like putting it off for months. And then I was supposed to do it at the start of July, but it hasn't happened yet, and I'm just kind of getting to the stage where, like, if it doesn't happen soon, I might just go ahead with just the John Hare interview, because I don't want John to think, you know, that I interviewed him and I'm not going to use it. But I'm hoping to get Stu in as well, and that's going to be, it's not going to be like a making of or anything, it's going to be like a you know, developer spotlight. I used to do those, so it's just looking at the you know, the history and the games of a particular company, and obviously that one's going to be Sensible Software. Right, I've got to be careful here because I don't want to destroy all the units, because I want to leave him at least slightly alive so that I can you know, capture the base. Because if I capture his base, all his tiles will convert to my colour tiles, whereas if I just destroy the base, they'll all turn to neutral, and then I'll have to go through the pain of you know, capturing them all one by one. Okay, I'm going to hold off on building anything at the moment and save my money because I'm pretty much close to capturing this blue guy in a couple of turns. So no surprise there that he attacked my guy, but I've got another guy there as backup, so it's all good. Oh dear. I didn't think my tank was in range of that rocket launcher. Oh yeah, no, but when he does his superpower he gets extra range, I guess. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're gonna... There we go, we've done him. So next turn I'm guaranteed to finish him off. So we'll start working down and sort of taking on yellow, because next turn I will defeat blue, guaranteed. Let's get a fighter going here. No, actually, let's do... We're going to do my power, sod it. Yeah, we're looking good, we're looking good. Get another guy here. Go and pick him up in the APC and he can do some capturing. Great. Lovely jubbly. I might call it a day after this one, because it's just so hot in here. It's absolutely brutal. Ooh. Right, luckily I built that fighter so we can go and smash that helicopter. Right, what's going on down here? I must have left that plane within range of the missiles. I didn't think I did. That was a very schoolboy error, if that was the case. Fooled. down. Right, now we're going to capture blue, and that will destroy all the blue units and convert all the blue squares to red squares. So I'm going to be rich. And then we'll start working our way down to attack yellow. Let's start moving this guy over. There we go. Yeah, definitely. I think I've got him beat. It shouldn't be too long before I defeat green, and yellow's not going to last long. Ouch. That's unfortunate. Oh, I didn't see that fighter down there. That was foolish. Never mind. Right. Start moving everyone down. Yeah, they're going to get hit like a ton of bricks in a minute, yellow. Do we want some more? We probably do want some more down there. Let's leave it for a minute, because next turn I'll be able to use my superpower. Well, actually, no, I don't want to do that just yet, do I? Let's leave it. Oh, God. there's not a lot he can do with that. That fighter jet might be a bit of an issue. Oh no, it's alright. Right, I've got my superpower, but I probably want to wait until all my, you know, all these guys are further down, because then they can get involved next turn. Yeah. Move him back a bit. Don't know how many of these bloody units are going to be alive by next turn. Let's pop a bomber there as well. Alright, well we'll just have to see who survives, and then I'll do my superpower next turn. Oh god. Right, let's do my superpower and kick some ass. We don't have you know, a lot of money, but we've got over 200,000, so it should give me an extra good wallop of firepower here. Power of money. Right. We'll start with green because the green's got we've got very few units over this way. We've only got 3 units. See, see the damage I'm doing there? 725% damage. So 100% damage, you know, destroys the unit. That's just total overkill. Love it. Goodbye. Refuel this chappy. Yeah, absolute carnage. have any fighters that can take on this. That is really unfortunate. I need to get a fighter in the mix. That can't. No, that can't. Get another fighter in there. And we're going to need some units coming down here, aren't we? Let's build a couple more tanks and a bomber. There we go. Let's go. Well, hopefully my fighter can reach that bomber. Should be able to. Yeah, great. Kind of want to avoid. No, I want to avoid taking that on, really. Leave those here for now. Just start moving everything down slowly. Probably, yeah, let's send that one down there. Sending these guys down. Could do with a fighter actually going over that way. Yeah, let's just send that down. We'll put a fighter up here. Actually, let's do a fighter and an anti-air thing, just because that chopper down there is really annoying. Cheers, Dave. See you later, man. What's he gonna do? I don't think he's in a position to do too much damage. A couple of tanks there that are probably an issue. Yeah. Not too bad. Bloody hell. That's ridiculous. Well, I should be on my super soon, so I'm just going to absolutely devastate them once I get there. I'll leave these here because I kind of want them. I like having them blocking the factories. Oh, lovely. Yeah, we can get around there. That's good. Jeez. I'll probably do. Oh yeah, got these to come down as well. Oh yeah. I mean, I've been quite sparing with the amount of units I've built. It's possibly too few. I'm hoping I can start putting the pressure on the yellow guy and just proper storm his HQ and then try and just do a little cheeky capture on his HQ. Okay, right, let's start moving the infantry guys down because they're going to be capturing the HQ, hopefully, in a minute. We're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We should be able to, yeah, we should be able to try and take that HQ next couple of goes. Okay. Okay, I got my superpower. 100% going to use that immediately. How much money have I got? I didn't see. Plenty. $280,000. Yeah, that's going to be a good old whack of, you know, extra firepower there. And I think he's quite near to doing his power, which is repair. So, like, I want to make sure that I don't leave, you know, anything alive that could be easily repaired. I mean, I'm not going to. The amount of strength I've got there is insane. So, yeah, I've absolutely rinsed in there. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll do the same here. Just do as much damage as possible. Cover these bases so that he can't, you know, he can't come and build any more units. Oh yeah, this is great. And then we can plonk our guy here, and then in 2 turns we will be able to capture that base, which is brilliant. Let's just keep moving everything this way just in case. Pretty much sealed the deal. We pretty much sealed the deal on both. I wouldn't be surprised if we capture the yellow and the green bases within, you know, a turn or two, like of each other. Lovely. So what we want to do basically is we want to capture the HQ, and then we just want to make sure that there's nothing on any side that can do any damage to him. Yeah, lovely jubbly. Good position. I can actually send this one out across this way. Because as long as that central guy is protected, the rest of this stuff doesn't really matter. In fact, none of it really matters because, you know, they've got nothing that can attack me anyway. And you know, they won't be able to build anything by the time they can build anything. I would have captured the base anyway. Okay. Oh, and we got another guy there. We've got an anti-aircraft there. Bring that down. Oh dear. So he's doing his repair business. I left him with absolutely nothing damaged. I made sure of that, so his repair was completely fruitless. Utter waste of time. And yellow can't do anything. Yeah, he didn't even move anything. So we're going to capture yellow. And we're going to get all of yellow's stuff. Thank you very much. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving everything westwards. Probably overkill. I probably don't need to move all this stuff west, but you know, might as well. We've got anything up here? Oh yeah, we've got a chopper guy up here. I mean, he doesn't need to do anything, but right. What are we gonna do here? Where's the HQ? Is that the HQ? Yes. So I want him to capture. Then I'll basically just want to protect the guy here in the HQ so that no one can get to him. And then next turn we're winners. So yeah, I didn't need to move any of this stuff. Completely pointless. He's not going to be able to do anything. A little bit of damage, that's it. And then we're done. I won't bother doing anything else. I just capture, and that's the win. Huzzah!
Mission complete.
I won. I really won. 33 turns. So there we go, guys. That was Advance Wars 2. I'm going to call it a night there because I am absolutely sweltering hot. But yeah, that was fun. I'll probably do more of these in the future. Bit of Advance Wars 2. It's just a nice chill like game to play, and I like the fact that because it's turn-based, you can just look at the chat and interact in between your turns and stuff. It's not just constantly on the go hectic, which is nice. But yeah, cheers for everyone who dropped in and said hello and watched, and yeah, much appreciated. And I'll see you soon.